Hello students, good morning all of you. So today we will discuss the last part of matter, okay, where we have learned some revision questions and answer of matter, okay. I think we have already discussed all the things are there in your chapter. Whatever doubts you have asked to me, I have tried my best to clear it out. So in this part, I am just asking some questions which are very much important from this chapter, okay, that we will discuss, and after that the chapter will be completed, okay, and then you will read the chapter properly. Whatever your doubt you can ask to me, okay. So whenever we have learned about the matter, the first thing it is starting, it is in start, that is number 1. What is a matter? That is the first question we have solved. Okay, we have already discussed it earlier also. But now again we have to learn, we have to see as in question and answer method. What is matter? We have told already that matter is anything around us which occupies some space and which is having a mass, and it perceives by our senses like smells, touch, sight, hearing and taste. Okay, so that is matter. Now the next question has come, by which it is composed. Means by which it is formed. So all that matter around us, it is formed by molecules. All that matter around us which is formed by molecules. Okay. Number 2. Next the question will come, what is a molecule? That is also I have told in the previous part. That molecule is the smallest part of a matter where the properties of the matter is sustained. Means whatever the property we have seen in a matter, that same property we will see in molecule also, and it should be the smallest part of matter. If I am talking about the types of molecule, that also we have discussed that there are 4, or in some book it is 3 kinds of molecules are there. First one, monoatomic, where one atom is used to form the molecule. I have given example there, helium, neon, argon. These are the example. If I am talking about the next one, diatomic molecule, where 2 atoms are needed to form the molecule. Example, oxygen, nitrogen. Next, triatomic molecules, where 3 atoms are needed to form the molecule. Carbon dioxide, water, that is H2O, etc. If I am talking about the next one, polyatomic molecules, which is formed by more than 3 molecules, like NH3, H3PO4, that is ammonia, phosphoric acid, sulfuric acid. These are such kind of molecule where more than 3 atoms are needed to form it. Okay, so this is discussed. Number 3, properties of molecule or particle in a matter. Okay, so what properties we have seen? We have seen there are 4 properties are there in a matter, in a molecule of a matter. Number 1, the molecules are very much tiny, very small in size. Number 2, they are having space. The molecules are having space between them. Number 3, the molecules are moving in randomly inside the matter. Number 4, that they are having a strong force of attraction between them. So these 4 properties we have seen. Okay. Now the next question is asked, that is very common. Then what do you mean by intermolecular space? What is intermolecular space? Just now I have told that there will be a space between the molecules, this space is known as intermolecular space. This space is known as intermolecular space. Now, if the question is asked like this way, that based on it, explain the states. States means states of matter. That is also we have discussed. We have learned already there are 3 states of matter. So based on intermolecular space, how you have to explain the states of matter? We have explained earlier also. In case of solid, the intermolecular space is small. In case of solid, the intermolecular space is smaller. For liquid, the intermolecular space is more than the solid. So intermolecular space in liquid, it is more than the solid. And number 3, the last thing, in gas, the intermolecular space is huge. That is larger than both solid and liquid. So if this question is asked, that how you have to explain that intermolecular space for the states. So you have to explain for solid it is small, for liquid it is more than solid, and for gas it is maximum. Number 5, very interesting thing, intermolecular force. What is intermolecular force? We know the attraction between the molecules are known as intermolecular force. The force between the molecules are known as intermolecular force. And next, same question is asked, based on it, explain the states. That means states of matter. So if it is told, based on it you have to explain the states. So we know for solid, the intermolecular force is strong. For liquid, the intermolecular force is less than solid. And for gas, the intermolecular force is negligible. Okay, so here also you have to make 3 points. For solid, it is more. For liquid, it is less than solid. And for gas, it is negligible. That means, negligible means, one student has asked in the previous part that what do you mean by negligible? Negligible means we can neglect it. We can avoid it. Okay, we can take it 0, almost 0. Okay, that is known as negligible. Okay, number 6. Whenever we have learned about intermolecular force, 2 types of forces has coming. One is cohesive force and cohesion. That's a new term for you, little bit new. Cohesive force and cohesion. What is cohesive force and what is cohesion? Cohesive force is, I have already told, the attraction between same kind of molecules are known as cohesive force. If I am talking about water, okay, so one water molecule is attracting with another water molecule. So this attractive force is known as cohesive force, and this property is known as cohesion. This attraction property is known as cohesion, and name of the force is cohesive force. Okay. Next, one very common thing we have learned, that is adhesive force and adhesion. Same thing. When we are discussing about the force between 2 different kind of molecules, the force of attraction between 2 different kind of molecules are known as adhesive force, and this property is known as adhesion. I have told several times, whenever we put our hand in water, our hand is wet. Why? Why our hand is wet? Because due to the attraction between water molecules and the molecules in our hand, the whole water is been spreaded over our hand. And that is a kind of force acting between the molecules of our hand and the molecules of water. Those two are different kind of molecules. So these are known as adhesion. Clear? Okay. Now we will discuss the question number 8. That is, what are the states of matter? Okay. So that question, I think it is the easiest question among the all questions we have discussed. That is, there are 3 states of matter. One is solid, one is liquid, and one is gas. If I am talking about the properties of each state, so it is also very common. We have discussed our previous video based on this thing only. There we have taken separate characteristics, and there I have shown you how it is varied for solid, liquid, and gas. If you want to see it again, go through this video, and I think that will be clear. Like if I am talking about the properties like compressibility, whose compressibility is more? That it is more for gas. For liquid it is negligible. For solid it is impossible. Fluidity, so fluidity is more for gas. Liquid, it can also flow, but for solid it cannot able to flow. Viscosity, surface tension, though I am telling several times, though there is some problem with that special topics, because that one you have not learned till now. I have explained little bit, but these are not enough. So you have to remember the things only, that viscosity for solid, it is not valid. Liquid, it is valid more, and it is mainly shown in liquid. I have told viscosity is nothing but the frictional force between the liquid levels, or between the liquids. Okay, the layer of the liquids. And for gas it is very less. And surface tension, that is force per unit length. Okay, and that is mainly shown in liquid, by which we can show that liquid is just trying to occupy less amount of surface area. I have told this thing earlier. So don't be panic by seeing these 2 terms, that we don't know that things, what will happen if that is coming exam. No. What is there in your book, though you have not got the book, you will get it very soon. So what is there in your book, I have already explained. Much explanation is not needed, because viscosity and surface tension will be discussed elaborately in class 11, and you are in class 6. So 5 years you have to wait. Okay. Now coming to the next part, that is molecular model of solid, liquid, and gas. Okay, molecular model of solid, liquid, and gas. So here this molecular model is also explained. Okay, I have drawn the diagram. These 3 diagrams are very important. That for solid I have shown the molecules are closely packed. For liquid it can able to move inside the boundary. For gas there is no boundary, they can move anywhere. So these diagrams are very much important, and you have to draw the diagrams, you have to practice the diagrams. One question several times, it is asked to me that, sir, we have discussed only the long questions. What about the short questions and objectives? Yes, this is a very important part of your syllabus, that we have to discuss true, false, fill in the blanks, and as well as you can say that match the following. But problem is that we don't have books. Okay, and believe me, the short questions what can come, that is been explained in the videos. So if you see the videos properly, then you can able to give the answer of the objectives. Okay, and that objectives can be explained or can be discussed in the class only. Okay, so wait, means until we are not making a connection one to one, that I am asking question, you have given the answer, till now it is not possible. So whatever the things I have given, just do it now. And talking about objectives, that we have to discuss when the school get open. Okay, so wait for that. And long question, if you understand the concept of the chapter, then I think short question is not very much difficult for you. Though I have given some fill in the blanks in the previous part, but more and more fill in the blanks are there. It can be asked from any line. So for that, book is needed. So wait for the book and then you will easily get what objectives can be asked. Okay, molecular model is done. Number 10, and which is, I think, it is the important part of the chapter, that is change in state of matter. In my previous video, I have discussed about that. What is change in state? See, and you might be thinking the previous video, it's little more hectic. I know that, because I just want to give more and more information in that video. Maybe it seems to be little harder for you. But what are the important things you have to take from the video, that you listen. First one, what do you mean by the change in state? The change in state means when our matter is changed to another state of matter due to the application of heat energy on it, or due to the reduction of heat energy from it at a constant temperature. That phenomena is known as change in state of matter. And we have explained it also, that if it is a solid substance, if you give heat energy to it, okay, and it will convert into liquid. If you give heat energy to liquid, it can be converted into gas. Okay, and you can say, sir, some of the solids are there, if I give heat energy, directly convert into gas. Yes, absolutely correct. Naphthalene balls are there, camphor is there, which is directly convert into solid to gas if you give it. But one thing, my dear friends, these are exceptional case. And here we want to learn the general case. And in general, if you give heat, solid is converted into liquid. If you give heat, liquid is converted into gas. In opposite thing also, if you take heat from gas, it is converted into liquid. If you take heat from liquid, that is minus heat, it is converted into solid. Okay, so these are the steps. Okay, and that is known as change of state. Okay, now the next question can be asked, that what do you mean by melting? Or sometimes it is asked, what do you mean by freezing? The answer is same. Why? You have asked why it is same. I am not telling it is same, but the basic idea is same. Why? What is melting? Due to the application of heat energy, when a solid is converted into liquid at a fixed temperature, that phenomena is known as melting. And that fixed temperature is known as melting point. Okay, for case of ice, this melting point is 0 degree centigrade. So at 0 degree centigrade, ice is converting into water. Similarly, we can say, if I extract heat from liquid, that is water, if I extract heat from liquid at a certain temperature, it is converted into solid, and that is called freezing, and that temperature is known as freezing point. For the case of water, the freezing point is 0 degree. So melting point for ice is 0 degree and freezing point for water is 0 degree centigrade. Okay, so that that's why I have told that melting and freezing is exactly opposite phenomena. Okay. Similarly, one question can be asked, what do you mean by boiling? What do you mean by boiling? So boiling is a phenomena when a liquid is converted into gas at a constant temperature due to the application of heat, and that phenomena is known as boiling, and that constant temperature is known as boiling point. That constant temperature is known as boiling point. Clear? Similarly, the opposite thing is also there, that if you extract heat energy from gas at a constant temperature, that phenomena is known as condensation, and that particular temperature is known as condensing point. For the case of water, when it is converted into steam, the temperature is 100 degree centigrade. So 100 degree centigrade is here the boiling point of water, as well as 100 degree centigrade is the condensing point of steam. So this is the question answer that can come in exam. Okay, so see the video. Best of luck for you. Stay home and stay safe.